Oh, God. Oh, my God. Well, it's a good thing I'm not a freaking Leafs fan, but oh, my God. Why? Man, oh man, oh man. I'm gonna need more of those where we're going here. Welcome to What's a Bruin, the podcast where we talk about the Bruins and hockey and hopefully other sports in the future whenever I get not lazy and follow them. Alright, we got an interesting show for tonight. We're gonna be talking about obviously my team because, you know, I'm not a Bruins fan, definitely. All those jerseys and hats, and the jersey I'm sitting in front of, and the shirt. Nah, not a jersey. Where the hell is my Stanley Cup final hat? I need that for that false hope that I am feeling right now. We're also going to talk about what do I feel about what the Toronto Maple Leafs should do. You know, they got an interesting scenario. Also, I just got word Montreal has swept the Winnipeg Jets. Now that's just interesting. So did Montreal just pull a 2011 Bruins by beating the Winnipeg Jets in 4 games convincingly? They're probably thinking, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? What I mean is that the Canadians got an awful injury to a player and used the momentum from that, like a change in the series, or a momentum change in the series to win, like how the Bruins did in 2011 with the Canucks. You know, Nathan Horton got hurt in Game 3 against the Canucks, and that was a pretty defining moment of the series. And a lot of people think that that's what changed it to how Boston would beat the Canucks in 4 out of 5 to win the Stanley Cup. I don't know, but that was pretty damn impressive. And Montreal is interesting. I was really surprised. Not surprised that the Leafs choked their 3-1 series, but you know, I'm really surprised in Montreal, and they're definitely a team to keep an eye on. I definitely didn't have them as a sleeper, but I did not think they would make it to the conference finals, and here they are. We'll see how they do against Winnipeg. We'll see how they do against Vegas or Colorado. Whoever's gonna win that series, because it's deadlocked at 2. I think it's gonna be Colorado, but who knows? I probably just jinxed them. So yeah, you can hate on me for that. Anyways, we want to talk about that Jake Evans incident, even though it's been almost a week since that hit. I think. So I actually finally got around to watching that, and yeah, I thought it was definitely a questionable hit. For sure, a questionable hit. It was, in my opinion, it was not a hit to the head because Evans did have his head down. So I don't think that was a hit to the head, but it was definitely, I thought it definitely deserves a suspension. A lot of people, it's 50-50. You know, people are like, oh, well, it was a clean hit, you know, it wasn't a hit to the head. Yada, yada, yada. What, to me, I mean, I don't know. It seemed like it was a bit late. It seemed like it was a bit late, and Shively definitely played the man instead of playing the puck. So, yeah, I thought the hit was definitely unnecessary. And, yeah, so I think he's earned his 4-game suspension. A lot of people were like, oh, he needs to get Kadri suspension. I'm like, I don't know about that. You know, Shively, I don't think he's been suspended until now. I could be mistaken, but don't think he's been suspended until now. But, yeah. Yeah, sorry. I feel bad for Jake Evans. I obviously I obviously don't. Even though they're one of my least favorite teams, the Montreal Canadiens. I don't wish injury upon anybody, of course, because I am a noble human being. I hate seeing injuries. I don't want players getting hurt. You know, like the John Tavares incident. That was scary and was a total freak accident. And I'm glad he's doing good. But yeah, that was just, I don't wish for players to get injured. But also, what I hate is fans. I don't know if these were particularly Montreal fans or just fans around the world, Reports came out that fans have been bullying Mark Scheifele's parents apparently because because of their hit that their son placed on Jake Evans. Now I don't know about you, but that's completely awful. You are completely in the wrong if you're doing that. You know what? You can give Scheifele shit for not for for hitting Jake Evans like that, but to go after his parents, like, come on, like seriously, grow up. Like that is completely unnecessary. What the hell do his parents even have to do with? What the hell do his parents have to do with that hit? It's not their fault. It's Mark Charlie's fault. You should be shitting on him. Give him shit. He's definitely deserved it, and he's earned the 4-game suspension. And now, well, it doesn't matter now because his team got swept. So yeah, Montreal will be interesting to watch in the next round. So yeah, checking us up. All right. Well, next up on the list here is the Toronto Maple Leafs, the team that was expected by every one of their fans to go and win that Stanley Cup. Hell, your name tree said it was going to be Bruins against Leafs in the Cup final with the Leafs winning. Oh boy, were we all wrong. Hell, I thought the Leafs were going to make noise. I'm not even a Leafs fan. I don't even like Toronto. But once again, they underachieve and disappoint yet again. Whew. Toronto. You guys need to get your shit together. Like, I don't even know what the hell they can do anymore, okay? Like, a team that's invested, almost $40 million in the top 4 forwards? Ugh. I'm not saying the contracts are bad, but, like, come on. I mean, I don't even know what they should even do. I really don't. Okay? Because they just seem like they're stuck in mud. It's like they'll do as expected during the regular season, and then once playoffs start, it's like their entire team is in quicksand, and as the series goes on, they sink lower and lower and lower. I don't know what the hell they need to do to fix this shit, because it's frustrating. I'm not even their fan, and I'm frustrated at it. And it's like you can blame a lot of parts of that team, but it's like, what about their stars? Are they producing? I mean, yeah, it's not like they're completely invisible, but I mean, stars are somewhat expected to carry their teams, and if they can't, well, yeah. So yeah, I don't think we can go on here and say, oh, Matthews and Marner, if they're not scoring 6 goals apiece during each series, then that's why they're losing. It's not that. It's still a team effort thing. I don't think it was goaltending. I thought Jack Campbell played pretty good. He had. I mean, I don't know. I mean, would Anderson been better? I have no idea. Okay, I don't. But Jack Campbell was playing pretty well, and I think he earned the starting role. But I don't think goaltending was the issue this time. Defense, well, I don't know. I don't know. But it's something with the team itself for sure. I can't honestly right now, with all the knowledge I know about hockey, I really don't know what it is. I really don't. If I did, I'd be able to tell you what it is. But like, I can't, because like, the offense doesn't need to fix. I mean, the defense could be better, of course. I mean, everything could be better. But, I just think the Leafs need, like, an identity. I think their identity right now is, like, regular season powerhouse, first round exit, playoff team. And I know that Toronto is not okay with that. This team, on paper, is capable of going to at least round 2. Possibly further. Now what they need to fix, again, it could be a lot of factors. Could be, their players are not tough enough for the playoffs. It could be coaching. I don't know. But I mean, there seems to be something going on in Toronto that is like, It's like I don't know how they can be so dominant during the regular season and then completely just go out as they do in the playoffs from a year-to-year basis. Hell, 2019 against my Bruins, I thought they won. When they won Game 5, I was like, yep, Toronto's winning the series. You could say I jinxed them, but they did that to themselves. They laid an egg on home ice in Game 6, and Boston dominated Game 7. And then last year, people be like, oh, Austin Matthews, 5 years, five first round exits. Technically, they lost in the round robin. AKA, well, right, round robin, right? I hope I'm not botching that. If I am, I'm sorry. But they lost in the preliminaries, the play-in round. So guess what? They technically didn't even, but they made the playoffs, but they technically weren't in. It's like the qualifiers. Yeah, they lost to Columbus. They were down 3-0. No, they were up 3-0 in Game 3. Blew that lead and lost in overtime. Right, they lost in overtime, right? Yes, I believe they did. And then Game 4, they were down 3-0, and then they came back within under 4 minutes left in the game to win overtime. And then lay an egg in Game 5. Like, I don't understand this team. I don't. Their stars sometimes just go completely invisible. It's like their stars are supposed to carry them. I mean, Austin Matthews had 40. What? He got the Rocket this year. I mean, you can't just depend on one player, of course, because then you turn to the Bruins, who are a one-line team. But a team with that much depth and talent should not be going out in the first round every year. I mean, Toronto, I'm sorry, but you need to do something, like something big. I assume that Freddie Anderson might not be there next year. Yeah, you might have to trade a big piece away. I don't know. There's something has to give. Well, good luck, Toronto, because, yeah, you need to do something. Oh boy. Here we go. Let's take another sip from my mug. Oh boy. It's time to talk about my team. Oh boy. I wanted to do this quite a few days ago after, I believe, Game 2 between the Islanders and Bruins. I gotta say, this series has been fun to watch. Well, except ask a big majority of the fans in Boston, say the refs are the Bruins are getting absolutely scammed. And I'm saying, really? The Bruins are getting scammed. I think, hasn't it been every game they played, basically, they've outplayed the Islanders? I'm pretty sure maybe all but one game they've outplayed the Islanders. And they're down 3-2. It's their own damn fault. It's really their own damn fault. Game 2 was embarrassing. That second period, that was why they lost. It wasn't even overtime. It was the second period. When you play like dog shit for one period, and then you're like, oh, let's tease our fans and come back. That is not a way to win. Okay? The Bruins did this shit, was it last year? Where they had I don't even remember how many games in a row they won, they made it to overtime and they would either barely win or barely lose. So they had a point streak going on for 14 straight games or something like that. And it's that is not sustainable. That is a horrible way to try to win a hockey game. Shit the bed for 2 periods. Oh, third period, well, let's come back. No! That's a horrible way to try to win a series. And now they have to win 7 games. They have to go the full distance on a team that they probably could have beaten in 6 games. But because of their incompetence, they're going to 7 games. If they win Game 6. Who even knows? But yeah, that game 2 was lost in the second period, even though they lost in overtime. And then the fans, oh, the refs are so terrible. They're so terrible. How about your team that had a fantastic penalty kill bother to kill a penalty? Yeah. And how everyone hypes up the Bruins as this great defensive team. I don't know what the hell you're watching, but I ain't seeing great defense. Okay, I'm seeing guys going flat-footed, getting burnt by speed, and just making poor decisions with the puck. The Islanders have had some fluky/lucky goals, but you know what? That doesn't matter. If your team's not performing, it doesn't matter how you get the goals. If you're winning, you're winning. And the Islanders, even though they get outplayed, they can still muck and grind because they have a great coach, they have a great team structure, and they play to win. The Bruins, Bruce Cassidy, I don't know. I don't hate him as a coach, but I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Because I feel like he is not good at adapting to change. In my personal opinion, you don't have to agree with this, but I don't think he's good with change. The Stanley Cup Finals run from 2019. I felt like there was change needed to win that series, and there was none. There was none. Game 7. Dominates the shots, still lose. But we all know who's the real guy, who's the real culprit in these losses and failures. It's the goalie, Tuukka Rask. All his fault. It's all his fault. His team couldn't score on 39 shots. Could only score 1 goal on 39 shots. Yes, he did not have a good game in that Game 7. But we're just going to excuse the fact of the bad line just by Marchand led to the game-winning goal by St. Louis. We're going to dismiss that the offense failed to score on a rookie goaltender, who, in my opinion, now kind of looks like a one-year wonder. But you know what? GG to them. St. Louis played the win, and they beat us. Even though Game 5 was BS, scored more than 1 goal at home in the last 2 games. That's what they didn't do. And it's frustrating, because the Bruins are a team of frustration. People are like, oh, the Celtics are the most frustrating team to watch in Boston. And I'm like, oh, no, it's the Bruins. I've only been a fan of this team since 2009. And all I can say is this. A lot of frustration with a little glimpse of success. A.K.A. 2011. There are some times where I just think 2011 was a fluke. We overachieved and we won. We beat an injury-riddled Canucks team. 2013, we went up against a juggernaut in Chicago. If we had won that series, that would have been a storybook for the ages. But no, that didn't happen. And Rask is blamed. You know, I'm not saying that Tuukka Rask doesn't deserve any criticism. He definitely does. But to blame him for every loss and to blame him for not winning a Stanley Cup in his 2 finals appearances is total bullshit. Now, you can disagree with me on this. That's fine. But I'm just going to put it out there that I don't think it was just him that lost those 2 Stanley Cup finals. So, yeah. But, yeah, you can definitely disagree with me on that one. But anyways, you know, Bruins barely win Game 3. They looked like they may be able to get Game 4. And then the Islanders got a pretty nice goal. I got to admit, it was pretty... And, yes, it was kind of lucky. Because I think it went... I don't know who it went... I'm pretty sure it was blocked and went right to Barzal, who had an open net. But, yeah, that was a rough loss. And then tonight, Bruins... Every game but game 1, I believe, the Bruins scored the first goal of the game. And you know what's interesting? And throughout the entire series, the Islanders do not... And playoffs, the Islanders are like, we don't care about being outplayed. We can muck and grind and get back in the game. Also, back to talking about Rask for 1 second. I think he's hurt. As do a lot of people. I think he's hurt. I don't know what he's done, but apparently he was kind of like... They didn't know he was going to start. And then he got the start, and yeah, he looks like he's laboring something. Which sucks, because he's looked pretty good. I mean, except for tonight. Tonight's been his worst game, but I mean... I don't know. I think he's injured. And, poor Jerry Swayman. He's probably going to get thrown to the water for Game 6, and that is an incredibly tough spot. But who knows? Maybe he'll pan out like every rookie goaltender in the past few years has won Stanley Cups and just rise to the occasion. It would be awesome, but I don't know. His team in front of him needs to clean up their act. The penalty kill needs to get better, and Bruce Cassidy needs to... I think he needs to get better at coaching. I honestly do. I feel like he's... Like I said, I feel like he's not good with change, and I just feel like there are situations that he does not handle very good. as a coach. I mean, tonight he was blaming the refs in the thing. It's like, really, your team that got 44 shots only put 4 goals on a goalie, while the other team shot 19 got 5. So, yeah, and it's not like the Bruins haven't had their chances. They've had plenty of chances and they blew them. Go ahead to game 4. Pastrnak misses a wide open net. He one times it right off the post. Has everyone is on this side of the ice. Pastrak's here, open net right here. Boop. Off the post. And again, like I said, frustration personified. That is the Bruins in a nutshell. But yeah, game 6. I am extremely nervous. Extremely nervous. I don't know if they'll be able to pull it off. We'll see. I don't know if it matters if the Bruins let the Islanders take over for the first one and whoever plays in that plays God mode. I don't know. And even if they win game 6, they still have to go home and win game 7. Oh, we're a good home team. You've lost 2 out of 3 at home. Oh, but the rest they fucked us over. We're a great team. Oh, really? Really? The refs fucked you over. Yeah, there have been some questionable calls, but that always happens. And yeah, I'm sometimes a critic, but even I can't say that they screwed over the Bruins. How about your team stop shitting the bed and play like how they should be? Because you know what? I'm tired of having false hope. I'm tired of expecting them to do great things and then completely shit in the bed. It's unacceptable, and they should be playing way better. And this series is still close. It's still close. I mean, I'm surprised that Boston even got close to even making a comeback in this game. I didn't think. I was like, all right, 5-3. I was like, that's probably gonna be the final, maybe 6-3 because of an empty netter. 5-4, and I'm like, are we gonna make a comeback? Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But you know what happened? But we all know why, because the Bruins were incompetent, and it looks like they're reverting back to their one line ways. I know Krejci got the 4th goal, but it's the first line carrying the team again, the offense. So yeah, quite frustrating. Quite frustrating to be a Bruins fan. You know, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Game 6 is on Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday or Thursday. I want to say it's Wednesday. Yeah, Swayman could be getting his first playoff start because I don't know if Rass is getting the start. Unless he feels 100% ready, I doubt he gets put in. And I fear for that because, you know, I trust in Jeremy Swayman. He's a great young goaltender. I would hate for him to get exposed in that game and then get the Rass treatment, as I'll say it, from the fans. So yeah. I would prefer Rass being in, but if he's injured and not feeling 100%, then I feel like they have to kind of go with Swayman. And I'm saying that as a Rass fan. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. I think hopefully this first part of the first episode of the podcast went well. I don't even know. I gotta think of an intro to do for this, and it's gonna be interesting. So we'll see. Yeah. I think that's all I had to say. I don't really got much more to talk about. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed the first episode of the podcast. What's a Bruin? That's gonna be the name. Hope to God that no one else has his name already. And yeah, cheers, and let's hope that the Bruins do their damn job and force Game 7. But we'll see. You'll clearly see another episode of this if they fail, and it'll probably be me being very angry. And yeah, so hopefully in the future, we'll see about doing other sports. Might have some friends on here to talk about other sports because I know friends that are much more knowledge in the other leagues. I would like to cover some of the other leagues, but hockey is more my thing. So if I'm gonna do NBA, MLB, NFL, I'm gonna need some help from the friends. So we'll see how that works. But this is Tyler, Shadowbones 14, signing out. Goodbye, everybody.